Stannard, and now we have another attack on here, and this is a teammate from Caja Rural. This is Miguel Benito Diaz trying to go away. But still at the head, it's Alessandro Tonelli plugging away all the time. Well, that's been about the most interesting we've had since the breakaway group have been almost brought back. A lot of action at the front there with Movistar, the instigators of the move, but the four riders, Izagirre, Visconti, Mercato and Hoekstra, were finally brought back by the peloton, and it's left this man ahead, Alessandro Tonelli, who went away with around about 56 kilometres to go. So he's been having a go on his own with 13 kilometres, and he's now being chased down by Miguel Benito of Caja Rural Seguros. A lot to play for, and we've got 43 kilometres to go. So an interesting development, Brian. Perhaps you'd like to make a comment about that?
Yeah, it was interesting there. A lot of attacking from Movistar and other teams. Tough times for Ethics Quickstep to try and control things, but Tony Martin managed to do that. But this man is full of fights, Tonelli. He's been on the attack for a considerable amount of time now. And nice to see Miguel Benito. He was almost caught there for Caja Rural and decided to keep going. None of these are too much a danger in the overall, as we've got a general regroupment, but I think the sprinters will be thinking, wow, that was difficult there. It might not be this sprint in both wells if the running is going to be like it has been over the last 10 kilometres there.
Well, Miguel Benito, the man that's trying to get up to Alessandro Tonelli, is 4:59 behind the yellow jersey. So he was the danger man all the time in the break of four, but the way Tonelli is going, it's proving to be extremely difficult for Benito to bridge.
Yeah, Benito maybe made a mistake. These two are new pros to the peloton, and if he's got this sort of form, why didn't he go with Tonelli in the first place? Or Tonelli is just trying to, obviously he went on the attack a good few kilometres ago. It was 65 kilometres. He's already done 13 kilometres in the front. So maybe Tonelli's starting to tire. Benito doesn't really want to be caught today and is trying to go across to him. But you just see from this, the pan out here, you can just see to the left, Benito is only a matter of, 10 seconds in front of the peloton.
Yeah, both of them are expending an awful lot of energy, and all I think is going to happen here is that Benito is going to get absorbed back into the bunch, and Tonelli is going to get left with a slender advantage. Neither move really is destined to prove to be profitable. It certainly won't be fruitful. But that was a good point you made there, Brian. These injections of pace on these climbs are the kind of thing that the sprinters just do not want.
I think some of them will still be there, but it's how much they've got left in the legs. And Cannondale, with the original team that came up to the front, wanted to make it difficult. Sky want to make it difficult because they want another stage one. They want to try and make it difficult for the likes of Mark Cavendish, who had to really come up and help the chase and help Steve Cummings, because that's what they're trying to do, is trying to win the overall here in the Tour of Britain. If they can keep it together, if they can help Mark Cavendish stage win, but it's going to be very difficult because it's like this all the way into both wells. It's up and down, and I'll be surprised if all the sprinters have made it into this peloton.
Well, that gap is coming down as the riders are in Llanidloes now. I thought it was a bit further that they were apart, but Benito is getting closer now to Tonelli as the field is now going through Llanidloes. So this is quite an interesting section of the race, but the peloton also are in touch.
And
it looks very much to me, sorry Brian, as though they're all going to come back together here.
Yeah, it's been led by Team Sky, and Team Sky really want to make it difficult for the other sprinters, so like Groenewegen and Mark Cavendish, if he's still there. But it does look as if it's going to come back together sooner than we thought, such as the the gradients of some of these small climbs.
Crowds turning out here in Llanidloes to support the race. Interesting town as they take the right-hander, and it looks very much as though the whole field, or what is left of them, are going to come back together. There we are. You can see the distance. The camera slightly foreshortening the distance, but he's about to get swept up then, Benito. And looking back, Tonelli knows that the effort has been in vain. It was courageous, but it was never destined to succeed. And he's going to get swept up, and he will be once again part of the peloton.
So there has been a general regroupment at the front of the race and the peloton. I can see that Graipo is definitely there. Mark Cavendish is still there, having to do a little bit of work. But how much will that have paid to sprint towards the end? Still 39 kilometres to go, up and down all the way. So it's difficult times. You see gaps starting to appear at the back of this peloton. This is going to be a hard finish, probably harder than some of the riders thought and wanted.
He's still trying to persist, isn't he? But I mean, there's no chance. No, he's going to come back into the group. What, about 20 metres the advantage? And still trying to get in touch is Benito. But they're coming together now. Looking down over the top there.
NFTO.
Yeah, I thought it was a rider from NFTO there. That's not Partridge, is it? I wonder if that's Ian Bibby having
Johnny
a go.
McAvoy goes for it now. So Johnny McAvoy from